I'm Corporal Lebonte. Everyone calls me Bone. Been here about 9 months. Lost a couple good friends over here. I just hope that when I go home, and you know my kids, if I ever have them, I hope I can convey to them what I've seen and what I've done. Craig's been hit. Let's go. Hurry up. And so then I remember I heard incoming fire. There's two guys that were probably 40 meters down the alleyway. The first one he was shooting at me with the AK, and the guy behind him had an RPG, a rocket-propelled grenade, and he kind of had it up over his shoulder, and he was bringing the end down. So I popped a safety round out, and I let go with a 50 cal and lit them up. I remember seeing an arm and a leg fly through the air. I mean, there were piles of meat. I could see the guy with a buttstock and then a barrel of an AK. Someone was kind of climbing over the roof, and I walked about 3 rounds on him. His head just, exploded. And I was still scanning, and I looked and I saw a guy who was kind of creeping. Fired a couple rounds and I kind of missed, and he kind of froze and looked at me, and so I just adjusted a little bit, and I fired 3 more rounds, and those hit him. So I just kept shooting. I put about another 8 rounds down. I could see most of them weren't going past him, so that means that the tracers were pinging around inside his body cavity. And he fell down on the ground, and he didn't move after that. It's pitch black. All the power was off in the city. 50, 60 miles an hour through these tight Iraqi streets. I remember just orange. We got hit by an IED from the right side of the road, and Sergeant Morales came over the radio and he said, "Greg's gone. Greg's gone, dude." And so I'd been in Iraq for about 5 months at that point, and it had not rained once. And the minute, it was bizarre. The moment that transmission came over the radio, because he just said it twice, and then he got off the radio, and it downpoured for about 30 seconds. Can't explain it, but it just rained for 30 seconds, and it stopped. Over the space of about an hour, I was in my first firefight. I killed 4 people, being the first 4 people I've ever killed. I lost another, fellow platoon mate or soldier. Yeah, it's kind of different getting out of the Army. I was 29 years old. I was in charge of between 35 and 45 people. So when you get out, it's kind of, I applied for some management type jobs. Just in charge of like 10, 12 people. And the only job I could get in retail was, before the store opened, stocking shelves. There's hundreds of thousands of veterans that are struggling, and they're not because they're lazy or because they're unskilled. It's because they're unappreciated. The majority of civilians, they don't even know there's a war going on. They don't know that we're sending thousands of troops back to Iraq. They have no clue. Now I'm working as an armed security guard, and I'm waiting on my clearance to come back for a military contracting job in Afghanistan. The only thing that really pays extremely well for someone like me is doing overseas high-risk security.
Yeah, 6, we got an IED break. Where? Stop him! Took shrapnel to the head, and we don't know how he's doing. Last we knew, he was unconscious with head injuries. It's not usually a very good thing.
John Aragog. Sergeant John David Aragog.
I looked up his his mother Denise on Facebook, and I just sent her a message and said who I was, and she wrote back immediately, and she's like, yeah, you know, I knew your nickname Bone, but I didn't know your whole name. And so then we told her, you know, that we're kind of hesitant at first, but then we told her that, you know, we named our son Aragon after Sergeant Aragon, and she was overwhelmed. So we sent her a picture of our son, and it was very emotional for her, and she thanked us, and she put the picture up in her apartment.
And I assume he'll be an Oakland Raiders
We were kind of in contact with her every once in a while. We'd write on the June 12th, the date that he died, and on February 24th, his birthday, I'd always just write her, you know, note that I was thinking of her, and she was part of the family. And hear from her for a couple months. I didn't really think anything of it, and then one of the other guys that was fairly close to Sergeant Aragon, he wrote to me, and he had told me that Denise had killed herself, and she just couldn't. I guess her words that she left when she died was that she just couldn't handle the loss of her son.